Oh, wala may interpreter. Ang Philippines kay English man siya.
How are you?
I'm good, Steve. I can't believe it's top 5 already.
Here's your question. Canada recently joined Uruguay as the second nation in the world to make marijuana legal. What is your opinion on the legalization of marijuana?
I'm for it being used in a medical use, but not so for recreational use. Because I think if people were to argue, what about alcohol and cigarettes? Well, everything is good, but in moderation. Thank you.
Woo! Philippines!
Philippines. South Africa, step right up. How are you?
I'm good, thank you.
Many countries across the world are experiencing an increase in immigration. Do you think countries should limit the number of refugees allowed across their borders?
I think that every country should have their own rules and regulations. But for a thriving society and for all of us to stand together, we have to understand that we are all human. And we all are more alike than we are not. So we should be open to loving each other, accepting each other.
Good
no matter
answer.
where we come from.
Thank you, South Africa. Venezuela, get ready.
Interpreter.
How are you?
I'm excited.
Well, what would you say to someone who believes that pageants are archaic and against the feminist movement?
¿Qué le diría a una persona que piensa que los certámenes de belleza son anticuados y que van en contra del movimiento feminista?
Hoy en día estamos en una era en la cual hemos avanzado muchísimo.
Nowadays we live in an era in which we have advanced greatly.
Los certámenes de belleza no son solo de belleza, también son de sensibilidad, de responsabilidad.
Ay,
y de
maganda siyang
corazón.
mag-ano.
Beauty pages are not
Answer.
just about beauty, they're about sensitivity and about having a heart.
En ellos podemos mostrar que jóvenes como yo podemos lograr alcanzar todas las metas que nos propongamos en el mundo.
In beauty pages, we can show that women like me can achieve any dreams that we may have in the world.
Kampung Ka, Thailand.
Thank you, Venezuela. Well, our five finalists have just answered some very
Final
difficult questions.
three.
And now our selection committee must decide who's still in the running. When we come back, these women will face another elimination. And later, it's our final look with a performance by three-time Grammy winner Neo. This is Miss Universe live from Thailand.
The question round. Who do you guys think had the hardest question?
I think South Africa had a really difficult question.
Yeah, she did.
Yeah, and I think Venezuela too. You know, the question about the whole pageant idea is very topical in this setting.
Yeah, but she did a good job. Okay, so now it's time to play the Miss
Sige,
Universe
Brian,
game.
mag-
Okay, so we all wrote down our top 3 picks on a card during the commercial, and now let's all of us reveal our final 3. Lou, you go first.
Okay, here we go.
Okay, Puerto Rico, South Africa,
and Venezuela.
Carson.
Can I say first of all that I was shocked that Thailand did not make this top
I
5.
know.
Very shocked about that. Here are my top 5. Oh wait, that's the wrong.
Wrong card.
Ay, ma'am.
Here are my top 5: Vietnam, South Africa, Puerto Rico.
Vietnam, South Africa, Philippines, Venezuela. Okay, so we're gonna see who made the cut. Back to you, Steve.
Agi, tagna-tagna pa nila.
Began this journey with 94 contestants, and now it's down to 5. And in a moment,
94
only 3 finalists will be left
contestant.
standing. Okay, get ready, because here are your final 3.
Ay!
The first finalist with a chance to take the Miss Universe crown is Philippines.
Oh my God!
Our second
I think Venezuela.
finalist is South Africa.
South Africa and Venezuela. Cute dun sa South
There is
Africa.
only one name left. For the other two finalists, unfortunately, your Miss Universe dream ends tonight.
Puerto Rico or Venezuela?
Our final contestant in the top 3 is
Woo!
Venezuela.
Wow! Venezuela, sila lang yung dalawa.
Ladies and gentlemen, your 3 finalists.
Katawa din siya maayo eh, basta makuha siya.
But you 3 finalists, you have to stay right there where you are because the next round begins right now.
Yahoo!
It's time for the final word.
Save na!
Each contestant will be asked the exact same question. While one
Uy,
contestant
mas
answers,
kinataas
the
ang
others
Miss
will be wearing
Philippines.
soundproof headphones. You've each got 45 seconds to respond. If you go over time, you'll hear this sound. Venezuela will be using an interpreter.
Naganda kang taga-Philippines
It's
na
time
katang.
for your final word. South Africa and Venezuela, headphones on.
Oh, not sa Philippines.
Philippines, please join me.
Cute kayo.
Congratulations. Okay,
Speechless.
get ready. Here is the question. What is the most important lesson you've learned in your life, and how would you apply it to your time as Miss Universe?
I work a lot in the slums of Tondo, Manila, and the life there is it's poor and it's very sad. And I've always taught myself to look for the beauty in it, to look in the beauty in the faces of the children, and to be grateful. And I would bring this aspect as a Miss Universe to see situations with a silver lining and to assess where I could give something, where I could provide something.
Wow! Good.
And this, I think, if I could teach also people to be grateful, we could have an amazing world where negativity could not grow and foster, and children would have a smile on their face.
Thank you.
Good.
Please remove South Africa's headphones.
Guwapa.
South Africa, please join me. Congratulations.
Thank you very much, Steve.
Here's your question. What is the most important lesson you've learned in your life, and how would you apply it to your time as Miss Universe?
Throughout my life,